Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. It's Rick and Judy.
And we want to tell you about the love story.
The best love story ever.
Did you know that God's not trying to get the sin out of your life? The whole purpose of what he did in his redemption was because he wanted to be with us. In fact, from the very beginning, the reason he created us was just to have someone to be with. Much like a man wants a woman to be with and a woman wants to be with a particular man, God wanted to be with us. And he created you and I to be the receivers of his love, his goodness, and all of his abundance. And that's what it was for. That's what it was for in the beginning. Of course, man made wrong choices and went on his own and has suffered for it ever since. But Jesus brought us home. And Jesus came because there again, the Lord wanted to be with us. He came to us. He didn't demand that we arise up to him and to his level, even though his ways were not our ways and his thoughts were not our thoughts, and we were so separated. He didn't want that. He wanted to be with us. It was God in love, and he was in love with you and with me, and he did whatever he had to do to be with us, and he came in our death and our trespass, our ugly condition, and he came and got ugly with us. He took on death. He became sin. He was willing, because as shameful as that was for him to suffer and die like he did and to experience what he did it because he loved you.
Yeah, and if you ever think that, oh, God can't be with me because I've sinned, or I've done something wrong, so God's turned his back on me, that can't be true, because while we were yet sinners, while we were enemies of God, he joined with us. That's a miracle.
He exactly, and that's the love. That's the greatest love. That is what is the unconditional love for you that he has. In fact, if you look in the Bible, he was attracted to sin, to the sinners. He was attracted to the weakness. He would find the sinner. He would find the hurt one, the outcast, the one that everybody had condemned, and that with good reason.
Well, because it showed him better. Like, it showed him his love and the power of that love. The contrast was so great that it was such a good illustration. And
that love won people to him. The story of Zacchaeus, who everybody knew was a thief and a sinner, and Jesus said, I've just got to have dinner with you tonight. Yeah. Can you imagine that? Like me telling you, Judy, I just got to have dinner. I've just got to eat with you tonight. And that's what he told Zacchaeus. That's love.
Yeah.
And for the first time, that man felt loved.
Yeah. And
he responded to that. And I dare say Zacchaeus and Jesus have been in love ever since. And
I think a lot of times we've had it backwards, in the sense that we wanted people to get good so that they could be
worthy
with God. But it's actually, you don't have the power in your flesh to be that good. So you need the love of Jesus to give you life and to lift you up. If you don't have that, your attempts at trying to be good or do the right thing will just fall flat.
You don't find it that he loves you so much. You find that it's not easy to drive him away. We used to think that he would. I'd hear things and like, oh, if you sin, he won't have anything to do with you, or if you don't worship right, or if you don't whatever. But when you find out how much he loves you and he just wants to be with you, I can relate, because I just want to be with you. and none of your imperfections are going to stop me from wanting to be with you. And that's what love is. And his is a perfect love. And so you're absolutely loved and you're adored. And I know those words are thrown around a lot and they can seem cheap sometimes, but it's a reality when you think about how much God wanted to be with you.
The lengths that he went to be with you. Just think on that today. Consider that as you're driving or doing your errands or whatever you're up to today. Just think on that.
Think about how loved you are. And you'll fall in love if you haven't already. And it's a wonderful thing to be in love. Everyone should be in love. Happy Valentine's Day.
Have a great day.